out there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Second period, where players dash with skates aflash, the home team trails behind, but they grab the puck and go bursting up, and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees, they travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside, it's a 1-1 hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name, and the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Hockey players face off down the rink, and the Stanley Cup is all filled up for the champs who win the drink. Now the final flick of the hockey stick and the one gigantic scream. The puck is in the
Blues win!
Hockey game. Oh, hockey game is the best game you.
Presented by Scott Credit Union, your St. Louis
Hockey Fan Report! Aloha and mahalo. I am Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and I'm the only one watching, with maybe one or two others, because Facebook sucks. But that is what it is. Hopefully Ashley or Lance will be along in a little while. Maybe, sort of, I don't know. We'll stick around and talk hockey as long as you want to talk hockey. Yeah, that's right. We'll talk some hockey today. A couple of games going on right now. A couple of games that are of interest to Blues fans. Let me bring them up. There's 4 games on the slate. I had them up earlier, but my system said F you, and now I don't have them up. So maybe I'll get them up. Here we go. Predators are down 3-1 to the Hurricanes. Go Canes. That's at the end of the second. Panthers are up 2-1 on the Wild. Stars are just now getting underway with the Blackhawks. I've got about 25 seconds left in that first period. And a little bit later, the Kings will be facing off in Vegas against the Golden Knights. Let's see if the Panthers and the Hurricanes can help the Blues out, because the Blues certainly can't help themselves out. Hello, Ashley.
Hello,
Ashley. Hello.
Hi.
You're not working.
I'm not working.
Bad weather?
Sorta, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
Kids, no school.
Kids, no school. Yeah, I remember those days. I don't have to deal with that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. My daughters are 27 and 26. I just have to deal with them working.
Yeah. So I can't share out because you are private.
I put it back to public. You know what? I bet you it shifted back. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
My guess is it shifted. As soon as I share it, it shifts back. So let me see if I can remedy that real quick.
Okay.
Even though I have told it it's public, it shifts back. So let me go back to it and see if we can make that happen, because I shared it.
Yeah. I saw you posted it on my personal line, but it won't let me share. It doesn't give the share option.
Okay. Let me see what I can do about that.
Okay. Looks like you got it.
Okay. When I went back to it, when I had to be on the Tony Benn to make it work, and I was on the other one, so I could know it's saying, there we go. Maybe now it's public.
Yeah, I'm sharing away.
Okay, well, maybe we'll get somebody. I shared it on a couple of posts. We just got to get people. We got to get people to start focusing on Facebook or not, or on YouTube.
Yeah, we
right?
do.
We really do. You know what, Chris? It's just going to come down to it. We gotta move to YouTube, right? And in some ways, YouTube's a little better. Also, if we move to YouTube, I could get someone to moderate in the chat room, set that up so someone can kick out those bad guys that we don't want on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We could make those guys disappear and things like that. So honestly, I wish we really would get more people on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, to be honest with you, the only way that we're going to make any money is on YouTube, right? If we can hit that. If we can hit that thousand mark and go from there, then yeah, we could hit that point. But until that happens, there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah,
it is what it is, and we really need to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we can share the link from YouTube on Facebook and get those people there, but they gotta watch us on YouTube.
Yeah,
it's getting too hard.
Yeah, no, we definitely need to get to that point.
Mm-hmm. It's all righty. I was a little late too.
Yep. We get where we are. Hold on a second. I'm trying to add you, Chris, but it's not finding you. Yeah, I'm putting it in that way. I don't know. Maybe I can find it later. I don't know. Well, we'll deal with it later. Right? It is what it is. I mean, shit happens. You deal with it as best you can.
Yeah.
What am I doing now? I have no clue what the hell I'm doing. Right? Well, let's talk about the world of hockey today. I don't know if it was the state of Missouri. I think it was the state of Missouri. Went ahead and named about 6 to 8 blocks of Highway 40, or what's actually known as I-64. We call it the 40. Name that Bobby Plager Highway. About time, Yep. Why did it take so long? Right? Why did it
honestly?
I
think that they moved fast for them because the state always is really slow.
But a year to. I mean, the
I've seen it take 5. I've seen it take 5 years on certain people.
You know what? When they named Highway 70 Mark McGuire Highway, that was within weeks of McGuire hitting 70. Mm-hmm. Weeks, not a year later. Weeks.
That was also baseball,
right? No, I'm just saying. It happened right away. Well, Saki, here's the thing, and I don't mean this in a negative way. I have said this almost. We are on non-game days at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time every day but Sunday, and there's a few occasions that I don't come on. Well, one of the reasons I don't come on is a lot of times there's 2, 3, or 4 people watching, and there's nothing to talk about, or I'm so up in my head, I can't do it, right? And I know that sounds effed up, but it is what it is, right? I don't understand. I don't know how to people to understand when the show is, because I can't pre-do it, because if I pre-set it up, I don't have the little excerpts to put in there about what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Because I don't know until about an hour before the show. So I have no way, right? I have no way. I have no way. This is an open phones day. If you want to call in, let me know. I do have my Facebook Messenger set up. We can kind of work there. It should work. Hopefully it'll work. So if someone wants to call in and talk, more than glad. We are talking hockey today, not baseball, not football, not basketball, not any of the other sports. We're talking hockey today. Let's stick with hockey.
Hockey.
You know what, Chris? I probably should have reiterated that I wasn't, but yeah, I get it. Thank you for that, Oh, also, I realized you guys got a new coach today. I've reached out to him. He did friend me back, so maybe I can get him on the show to talk about what it's like to coach the Warriors. I think that'd be
That'd be a
really
lot of fun.
good, especially since I can't get Mike McKenna or Rammer on. I mean, and I got to tell you, I'm so happy that someone told me no. Because it's the reason he told me no, right? He Rammer doesn't understand this, but he really, he thought he was being cold and mean and all this other stuff, and so did other people, and I'm smiling about it. I'm smiling about it. Well, I didn't meet him. I seen posts about it, so that's how I figured it out. But he said, I don't do media. I don't do any of that media. At least he looked at me as media.
Yeah.
And he looked at me the whole time I was there. He wanted nothing to do with me. He wanted nothing to do with me. Right? At the practices I was at, he just bypassed me. Didn't care. Did not care I was there. Didn't want me there. Didn't want anything to do with me at all. So that kind of made me feel good.
Yeah.
Right? But Rammer is who Rammer is, and if that's how he is, that's great. I don't have an issue with it. Right? That I get that, and it made me feel good, to be honest. What didn't make me feel good was how the Blues played yesterday.
Not at all.
And I've been looking around some groups, and it's all the same shit. Now why was Husso play so bad? Our defense is so crappy. Parayko played crappy. Wallman played crappy.
Parayko was a +1.
Yeah, for a change, right?
Well, he's actually been positive his last 4 games.
Yeah, for a change. Mikkola doesn't know how to play hockey. I heard all of this stuff. Yes, Jackie, I am.
Actually, the player that had the most defensive lapses was Bortuzzo.
Yeah, but see, I don't think that was. You say it was defensive lapses, but there was something else happening, and I keep going off of this. I love your daughters.
My daughter's
got the light going, right?
Nope. I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, you were flashing.
I know, but I didn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
No, my older 2 are with their grandma, and then Leia's bedtime. So.
Okay, there we go. And the boy's with his mom?
The boy and Randy's other daughter are with their mom until tomorrow. We get them on the weekends.
There you go. So, man, what
just
a
Leia tonight,
connection, right?
Just Leia.
Just Leia tonight, and she's out like a light. I hope.
No. You got to look at the messenger, and you'll see why I was late.
Oh, okay. Again, I can't look at the messenger because I had to have the other account up. So it's
yeah. I gotcha.
So,
but when you look at that messenger, you'll see. You'll laugh too. You'll laugh a lot.
Now, hold on. Let me pull it up on my phone.
Oh, was it fun?
Oh, you know what? I talked about this movie before that I was interested in it, but I hadn't seen it. I finally today broke down. You know what? You don't have to have that condition to do that.
Oh, well, she's 5, and that is the condition.
Yeah, well, my 4-year-olds did it.
So, much fun. So
and they don't have the condition, right? So I watched The Best of Enemies today.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I'm watching that, and some of the things that I'm hearing, I'm guessing it made a lot of sense, and it really did. That there was a theme in it that I really loved. That wasn't it wasn't touched on enough, and it's never touched on enough. And in fact, I think in some of my writing, I'm going to touch on it enough. Is the fear mongering that happens within political parties?
Yeah.
Right? The KKK, for whatever they were fear mongers, right? And they used intimidation to get their way.
Yes.
Right? They used intimidation. Well, you know what? We still have political parties doing that today.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's why we don't usually talk about politics, because it's not worth the fight.
No, we don't talk about politics. But what I'm trying to get at now is we have to look at some similarities with the Blues and what some of our fans are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When you watch, I want to know how many of you see somebody post something on Facebook that is just so out there about the defense, ever go back and say, hey, did you look at this instead? Did you look at that instead? Right?
Yeah, I actually did that the other day and was told that I live on my own island.
What?
And I'm just like, okay, I'd rather be on my island than deal with you.
But see, and that's the thing. We don't debate anything anymore.
No.
I'm right, you're wrong.
And if you don't agree, you apparently live on your own island, or a bunch of derogatory names that aren't worth saying.
Or you get blocked.
Yeah, that too.
Right? Well, I have that, when you do a show like this, you have to be opinionated.
Oh, yeah.
Right? If I was not opinionated, nobody would watch. I mean, you think the numbers are low now?
Uh-huh.
If I was just, everything's rosy, da-da-da-da-da. Actually, the numbers might be higher. But opinionated, having an opinion is what makes things work.
Exactly.
Right?
Especially when you have, like, both of us, or Lance, or, even whenever we bring on Wendy, we all have our own opinions. And what makes an exciting show is when our opinions don't match and we argue. We debate.
Yeah.
And that brings fun, for the viewers. So.
Well, that's what I think. And that's what I'd like to get more out of. But, however, it just doesn't seem to happen that way. Marianne Holmes, Chris Shockley, Danny Tower, and Kyle Mead. I know Facebook is so hard to watch right now, but thank you so much. Go in there. Oh, I didn't even miss Marianne's comment, but this is COVID. I hope I'm still on Facebook, because I'm only showing.
You are. We have 2 watching on Facebook right now.
Okay. I think one of them's me.
Okay, we have one watching. No, I actually don't watch the show on Facebook whenever we're on, because then it tends to interrupt this.
Well, there's a delay. There's a 15-second delay between what we're talking and what they're hearing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So I do know that, and I'm able to tell that because when I go live, I don't see the little face mark up here, for who's watching until about the 15-second mark.
Yeah.
So I know it doesn't populate out there for about 15 seconds. And that's fine. I get why that delay's out there. It's got different processes to go through and all of that. Not a big deal. Getting back to what I was getting to, I think if more fans were able to watch the game, I mean truly watch and listen to the game, they wouldn't say a lot of what they say, and they wouldn't be connected to what they're connected to. I'll tell you what, if it comes down to it, if you asked me right now, and I would say that if we had 1,000 people watching me right now, 900 of them would go, "What? Are you crazy?" With the next thing I'm going to say. Mm-hmm. If you came to me and said, "Which goalie do you trust in net tomorrow against Toronto?" I'm going to tell you Bennington.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to tell you Bennington. And you're all going to go, how can you say that? Well, I can say that because of this. Other than one big game, and I think that was against either Tampa Bay or Florida. He did. I think he played well against Edmonton. Mm-hmm. But most of his wins have come against lower end teams.
Yep.
They haven't been against a contending team. Well, I know Bennington can beat a contending team. I know
absolutely.
He can.
Absolutely.
Right? And I think, I'm going to die on. Now, this is the hill I'm going to die on, which I hate that saying, but I wonder if my getting excited is what gets my GERD going.
It could.
Yeah. I will die on the hill of look at the neutral zone. Mm-hmm. When they play well, they get that puck through the neutral zone. They get really good entries. Mm-hmm. They had less than 3 minutes in the first 40 minutes of gameplay. Less than 3 minutes in the offensive zone. 3 minutes out of 40. I don't even know what percentage that is.
Which is exactly why I have to go back to our offense isn't playing defense when they need to.
I'm starting to see what you're saying there. But it's not our defensemen that are the problem. See, now
Exactly.
if I had that's what I would be able to. They'd still get on. They'd still get it posted, but I'd be able to knock them out there a little bit better. No, I really think that if Husso starts tomorrow, I'm concerned.
I am too.
Because the team has got to play much more. They tried to play offensively against, and I see what you're saying there, E. They tried to play offensively against Montreal, but they went into a defensive game because that's what they had to do. Right? They had to play defensively because, I mean, it felt like I really did. You watch how they collapsed around Husso. Other than a couple of flubs, and flubs are going to happen. I love this. I love how everybody thinks that everybody who plays on the Blues should never, ever, 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 ever make a mistake.
Yeah.
Right? Do you see that?
I do. Right? I do. That was actually one of my biggest, like when we first started our Bennington debate before he got into his slump and you were kind of anti-Bennington and I was for him, which I still am. But I was always saying, it's normal to make a mistake. He's going to make mistakes. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's going to make mistakes.
Exactly. Nobody's perfect.
Right? Then you know, and well, it's like Tarasenko. Everything he does is scrutinized. Scrutinized. And honestly, I think he's been one of our best players.
Exactly.
Right?
He leads us in points right now.
Players. Say again?
He's leading us in points right now.
Right? Yeah. God, see, I'm getting a message from Jason saying, "Are you on tonight?" Well, yeah, we're on right now. No one knows. I don't get why this isn't, because it's going out Tony Benn and they're not getting a notification that I sent it out, and that's why.
Okay, I'll send it to him real quick.
Yeah, you know, nothing I can do about this. He's here.
Oh, okay, good.
There we go. And there's nothing I can do about this until my 1 week ban is over, and then I can get back on and, you know, try and limit where I share it and things like that. But, you know, really, if you guys want to everyone put, I don't know, how do I say this? Whether or not the show gets out is not on me anymore. I've been doing this for 3 years. Yes, I've been doing this show since October of 2018. October of 2018. I think I've done my share. In fact, I've been kicked out of so many groups trying to promote and share the show. Right? It's not on me anymore. It's really not. It's really not. You know, it comes to the 20 or 30 or so people that really enjoy it to figure out how to talk about it. And unfortunately, and I say this with all the love and respect, we have an older audience. Yeah. And our older audience doesn't understand Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all of that, and it hurts, and it does, and I don't know what else to do. I've tried to use all the hashtags and all the tags on Twitter and all that stuff, and it just, you know, and some of it's me. People don't like me, right? I'm opinionated. Yeah. I have my way about me. I have, you know, I'm sandpaper. I'm gritty, right?
Yeah, but that's what makes you you, and they suck if they don't like you.
Well, I appreciate that. And then I got people spreading rumors about me, which doesn't help either, but.
No, but, you know, gets the word about who you are out, sort of.
Well, yeah, but unfortunately it's the wrong word, and that doesn't. I may grow up, but I'll never grow up. That's when we all die. Yep, I'll agree with you there, Jason. I'll agree with you there. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, the Blues have got to be there. They have got to be ready, right? They have got to be ready. They cannot play lackadaisical. They cannot play oops-a-daisy. They've got to come out. And you know what? I keep saying, we always play down to the lower-end teams. We always play down to the lower-end teams. Every team does it. Every single team does it.
Absolutely.
Right? Every single team does it. Oh, now I can't even block these fuckers. Yeah, now it's not even letting me block them. Oh my.
Well, I don't see what you're trying to block because you've blocked the last one.
Well, it says it, but it's still showing up.
Well, it on my end it says that you've blocked them.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Okay. Okay. Hopefully. Let me look at something here real quick. Maybe kinda, sorta. There we go. Yeah, it looks like I did. Now that I'm on that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, Klebs is online right now. Claiborne.
Okay.
So I'm fighting with him. Yeah, there we go. Let's fight with a St. Louis icon for viewers. Actually, he doesn't get many viewers, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Right? I don't show him showing any viewers. So maybe I should be happy with that. Don't worry. It's something I thought that. It's never mind. Don't worry about it, Jason.
It's on the YouTube side. It's nothing.
Yeah, on the YouTube side. Yeah. Well, let's get back to what I was talking about. Every team, and it's human nature.
Mm-hmm.
You go into a game, you see the record, you're like, these guys aren't really good. And this is what I talk about. Everyone thinks the difference between 1 and 32 is this, right? But it's not. It's this. It's minuscule.
Mm-hmm.
What we do is we look at it under a microscope.
Yep.
The microscope, it's this,
Mm-hmm.
right? We're looking at it, with the electron microscope at 10,000 times. And that's why we think that the difference is this. But in all actuality, it's this.
Mm-hmm.
The difference between the team in 32nd and the team in first is minuscule. Minuscule. Right? And I think that when fans go and say, oh, we always do this, so does every other frickin' team.
Yep.
Right? Games are winnable. That was a winnable game.
Mm-hmm.
They did some of what they needed to do to win that game.
But not consistently.
Not consistently. However, there was a huge mistake at the end of that game that cost that game. Now, plain and simple, there were other mistakes that led up to that one, but that one is glaring, and that's on your boy Saad.
Yes, he did not capitalize on an opportunity, but I would not say that would cost the game. More so, it was on the team just not being tight.
I get that, but he puts that in. It's 3-1. The 1 second goal, the 8-second goal doesn't matter.
I agree with that, and I'm not saying that you're not right, but it's not the only one. And I'm not defending him because he's pretty. I'm defending him because there were other plays that could have.
There were a couple posts that were hit. There were some other things, but when you come down to it,
there was penalties that weren't called, aka Tarasenko in overtime.
Yeah. No, that was huge.
That was
huge. But what I'm getting to is it shouldn't even gotten to overtime.
No, it shouldn't have. But again, can't put it all on one play.
Well, you got to hand Berube some credit though.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as he starts yelling at the refs the 5-1, they get 2 penalties.
Mm-hmm.
A la Tim Peel, my buddy Tim Peel.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh! I got to tell you what he did on Twitter. Did you see his Twitter?
No, I haven't been on Twitter today.
Okay, no, it was yesterday or the day before yesterday.
Okay.
One of the refs in a game, and I forget what it was. One of the players was chirping at him, and after he called the penalty, he tells him to shut the F up. Right? And Tim goes, "Hey, you got to watch out for them hot mics." I loved it, and I think it was Curbs who came out and said, you got to love him for owning his mistake. And he comes back and says, you got to own your mistake. Nobody perfect. I told him I was the epitome of that statement.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, he's going to ref an Alpha game in May. Oh, that's so cool.
That's
so cool. I really admire what he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's taken what could be a very ominous thing, and he's still a young guy.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? I think he could have refed for a lot more years.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Oh, that's the there's a benefit game coming up. The Mud Dogs and the Mad Dogs or something like that they're playing. I remember seeing something about I think it's a 3-on-3 tournament or something like that.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, something along those lines. But yeah, so that's what I was talking about. Yeah, that tournament. Chris is with me on that. But see, yeah. So normally when it blocks, the comment goes away. But earlier I was showing the comment show back up.
Oh,
so that's why I was thinking it didn't block,
okay.
But I guess it did. So yeah, no. 3-on-3 Saturday, Alpha is Friday. Okay, there you go. So hey, Chris, you can post that on the You can post that on the Hawaii Blues Fan Clan. I don't mind that at all, bud. Jason says, in baseball, the game is divided up by individuals performing a one-on-one task throughout the entire game that add up to team play. In the NHL, the entire team must work as a functioning machine, 30 seconds to 2 minutes at a time. This is the gladiator sport. At any given point, a no-win team can beat the best team on paper if the work ethic is there. And that's absolute dead on.
Mm-hmm.
Dead on, Jason. Dead on. Right? I completely agree with you to that point. I really do. Tomorrow night, the Blues just need to come out and play. And actually, tomorrow night's not a night to play a simple game.
No, it's not.
Because you're going to get beat playing a simple game against Toronto.
Oh, absolutely. Toronto will ram the puck down their throats if they try and play.
Absolutely. See, I'm not the only idiot out there that believes this, you know? No, you have got to play a solid neutral zone game tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
One of the areas that I think Toronto can be exploited is in the neutral zone.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if you can get the puck through the neutral zone, they are not a very good stick in the lane team.
No, they're not.
Right? You don't see that a lot from them. Right? So if you can get some you can put your sticks in lanes and get pucks through the lanes, you're going to have success. And we saw that against Toronto in the first game.
Exactly.
Right? We saw that until a late goal ended the game. But really, in all actuality, that was a game where the Blues just took the foot off the gas instead of keeping it on against a good team.
Exactly. We could have won that game very simply if we would have just kept playing our game. And I don't know why I'm blinking. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it. It is what it is. I deal with it. Yes, I did. But she knows that was lovingly.
Did I call you an idiot?
No, I called you one. I said I'm not the only idiot that agrees with me.
Okay.
That
right.
believes that. Right? So.
All right. But I didn't call you one.
No, I meant that lovingly.
Yes. No.
Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I don't think anything of it.
Yeah. No, that's because I'm telling you, you cannot play a simple game tomorrow night. You have got to come out. I blame Bennington for that game. I really did. No, I put the loss on him. I put the L on him. Do I put losing the game on him? No, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a difference. There were some mistakes that were made. The team there were things the team could have done to prevent from losing that game. Okay? Overall. However, the L itself, right, came down to two big mistakes by Bennington at a time when he didn't need to make a mistake. And then, you can put an L on somebody, but not put the loss on them, if that makes sense.
Technically speaking, the L won on every single one of them.
No, because it's just like with this Saad thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're saying with the team could have done these things. Yeah, but that L itself is dead on Saad. Saad had an empty net before he even had a stick in his way, and he was looking for somebody else to pass to instead of just shooting the puck towards the net. Right?
I mean, everybody makes
mistakes. If he just throws the puck towards the net, game over.
Everybody makes mistakes, and
you're right. But the L itself is on Saad. The loss, the reason the game was lost was the Blues not playing decent offense when they needed to, and really, not showing up until way, way late in the game, and then getting that one goal and thinking it was enough.
Yep.
Right? Now that's where the loss is.
You're fine, Lance.
No problem, Lance. Hey, we're wishing you the best, buddy, with your surgery. I think it's either Monday or Tuesday. Dude, we're here for you, man. You let us know if you need something. We're really here for you, bud. Mm-hmm. But no, that's how I look at this right now. Is there's an L and there's a loss. Mm-hmm. And the L is what goes in the column.
Yeah.
The loss is what every team takes. It's on Tuesday. So our hearts will be with you on Tuesday. And I think, who do we face on Tuesday? We're home for that one.
Oh, man, I'd have to look.
Yeah, I don't remember. I know we're home for it. Oh, my goodness. I know we're home for it. Now I can't even find the right tab to pull up.
Senators.
We got another really, really winnable game. In fact, I think other than the I can't even spit it out. Toronto game, I think every game is winnable.
Yeah. Well,
right?
I think the Toronto game is winnable if they come out and play their game consistently, not just for 5-minute spurts when they feel like it.
It feels like we're talking about a team that has a 500 or below record, mm-hmm. right? It really does. It consistently feels like that. When we're talking about a team with a 650 win percentage, mm-hmm. 650 in every other sport
is great.
Put you at the top of the division.
It's not bad. We just have a really tough division. And St. Louis just wants to win. And they can't accept losses for some reason. This town, like one loss, and oh my gosh, it's the end of the world. We're not going to make a playoffs. We're not a contender because we lost a game.
Yep. I mean, it goes to that easily. It just shoots to that. Uh-huh. No, and it's not that. That's not what it is. Yes, we are playing 650 hockey. That's 105 points. Mm-hmm. The Stanley Cup year, we had 99 points.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing fantastic compared to past seasons, compared to, what I was, watching as a kid. This is great.
Right? Yeah, no, it is. We're in a tough division. That's sure. It's just fans need to understand how the game works, and they don't.
No.
Right? And actually, I got to be honest with you. Right? If I was a player, some of this, I know they get told not to wade the papers and all this other stuff, and mm-hmm. they pay attention to it.
Oh,
right?
Of course.
They absolutely pay attention to it.
And I think that's part of what Bennington's problem is right now.
Right? Yeah.
This is the first backlash he's ever really had in his career, and I think it's mentally affecting him.
And I think it is. I really do. And there's something to be said about that. Mm-hmm. Right? And believe it, in 1819, I knew of 3 players that were in the lounge.
Yeah.
3 current players that were in the lounge. And the reason I knew this, now I didn't know what their who they were, mm-hmm. but I heard comments that they made that addressed things that were in the lounge. The lounge is a private group. The only way you're going to see it is either A, you're in the lounge, or somebody who's in there is showing it to you.
Yeah. Right?
There were 3 players that made absolute comments, direct comments that came from the lounge. Mm-hmm. So I recognize that. And that was when I, in the show, I talked about that a couple of times. and I got chastised for it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know, I get chastised for 90% of what I say, but that's okay. Chris Lambert says, I say overall we're good too, but in the lesser games like versus Montreal, we need to let up on a 1-goal lead and fail like we did in having a bad miscue shots.
Okay, Chris, again, the difference between the top team and the bottom team is this very small, minuscule.
Yeah.
Any
right?
team can
You've
win
got to
any
play
game.
your game. You got to play your game. And if that's what he's saying, that's great. You got to play your game. And we didn't play our game. I know she was. I know she is. Right? I'll tell you what. I know for a fact all of the Blues beat writers are in that room.
Yep.
I know this. When I posted my first article about Berube, right? Remember the one about Berube and, you know, I was really tough on him?
Mm-hmm.
I got hammered.
Oh, absolutely.
For that article. I got hammered. One of the reporters and a message called me, and I got a message from another one just to make sure I was okay. And basically telling me, you know, don't respond.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And really, you know, said that you should try and come up with an alias and, you know, we understand how you're trying to get your stuff up, but you should just let other people post it. I've tried that, and it just like my last few articles, and that's one of the reasons I stopped writing. Well, there's couple reasons. My last article had 70 views, you know, and that, I'm sorry, you know, I'm trying to make money off of this. I don't make money off of 70 views. It takes 3 to 4 hours to write an article.
Yeah, minimum.
You know, and that's what it comes down to it.
Because whatever you're writing one, like, for example, the one that got you kicked out of All Blues Everything, you had to do a lot of research. That took you more than 3 to 4 hours. That was well thought out. You probably spent an entire day on that. About that.
Mm-hmm. Right? That was the Scandella article.
Yeah.
And I did do a lot of research on the Scandella article. And I think that one got less than 100 views. Mm-hmm. Right? Everybody that's complaining about Scandella should have read that article. Because you wouldn't be complaining about Scandella anymore, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. Let me look at something here real quick. See if I can pull something up.
Well, I still complain about Scandella, but I can admit when he plays well.
Yeah, you're one of the few.
Now that's, again, I try and be neutral. I try and see all sides. Doesn't mean I like the guy, but I can admit that he improved after he, you know, was taken off the top pairing.
Oh, now I can't find the article. Why can I not find the article? I know it's there. I know I didn't delete it. Terry, I didn't release that one. Kyra the Shooting Star had 99 views. Didn't release that one. Blues becoming a complete team beat Oilers. World Junior, Barbashev tests positive. Blues, here it is. Oh, it was way back. Actually, it got the Scandella one got 277 views. Mm-hmm. Right? Specimen Line 361. Christmas Wish List 127. So, you know, and it just kept going down. Right? Last article I released had 75. Blues Cage Kraken extend home winning streak 75. So that's kind of why I stopped writing. Right? Part of it.
Oh yeah, Bob. We know that Scandella is not the issue.
Oh yeah, no, I
don't like the guy. Don't like the guy, but he's not the issue.
Yeah. Right. Defense isn't the issue everybody thinks it is.
No, it's not.
Right?
You're right about the neutral zone, and I really just don't think that the forwards are pitching in enough in our zone to get it out so we can get through the neutral zone.
But I think that comes through the neutral. I think that's attached to the neutral zone.
It is. It's the forwards not being able to exit our zone to get through the neutral zone cleanly into the offensive zone.
Mike Zook brought that up to me, the clearing the puck, that we weren't clearing the puck very well. Mm-hmm. You know what, Brad? I disagree with this. Right? The Blues need to wake up and smell the coffee. I'm sorry, I disagree with that. Brad, and the reason I say that, you're telling a team that has a 650 win percentage, a 105-point pace, they're not playing good enough because they lost the game. Right? I'm sorry. Now, if they split, they lose 4 or 5 in a row, then you need to wake up and smell the coffee.
Yeah, but I mean, this team hasn't really had very many losing streaks.
No, they haven't. And really, let me go look at something here real quick. See if I can find it. Can you find what you're looking for?
Probably not.
No, here we go. Give me a second. About to pull it up. It's coming, I think. I know it's here. Here we go. That's that one. Almost. I'm going to share this once I get it up.
Okay.
Are you hearing me okay?
Yeah, I'm hearing you just fine.
Yeah, my mic seems to be going in and out a little bit in my ears. That could be my hearing, too.
Yeah. You are not a spring chicken anymore, sir.
Well, it has nothing to do with being a spring chicken. It has to do with listening to gas turbine engines for 20 years. Inside of a steel... Listen to engines inside of a steel box, inside of a steel box, inside of a steel box. Right? So definitely got compounded there. Okay, let me see. I'm just about there. I think this is going to be interesting to look at.
Okay.
All right. There you go. I think you guys can. I might want to do this one. I think that might be better. I think you guys can see this now. Right? One more blow up. That's the best I can do. So look at this. Win, loss. Win, OT, loss. Win, OT. Win, OT. Loss. 3 in a row. That was to the Hurricanes, the Oilers, and the Coyotes, and that was back in
November.
August, right?
No, that would be October, November.
No, November. Mm-hmm. November 13th, 14th, and 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Win, loss, overtime. Win, loss, overtime. Win, overtime. Win, loss. Win, loss. Win, loss. Win, loss. Win, loss. Win, loss. Win. There was 10 days between those 2 losses. We've only lost 2 games in a row twice this season. Do you realize that?
And actually only one of them considered a losing streak. We've only had 1 losing streak all season long. 3 games. That was a losing streak.
Yeah. Right? It's not in your ears, it's the sound output. So maybe they are hearing something different.
Maybe. I'm not hearing it at all, but...
Right? We are playing... Chris Lamber says, yeah, I agree with Guy. For a team with 650, we're playing exceptional. I said a few games ago, our D transition is quickly becoming an issue. And I think that's going from D to offense. If that's what you're talking about, not our defense per se, I agree with you. Right? And that's part of the neutral zone problem.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's really, I actually had a dream a couple nights ago that Otter was up late, was playing around in Facebook or on social media and came across one of our shows and watched it and heard me talking about the neutral zone and went back to the coaching staff and said, hey, maybe we should pay attention to this. Right? Yeah, that would be a fun dream. Everything that is wrong with the Blues can be seen. Every time we play a team with speed, the D can't stand up the blue line. The D can't stand up at the blue line because no faith that the forwards are coming back to help.
You see, that's kind of what I've been saying. The forwards aren't pitching in at D. Whenever you're on a hockey team and the puck is in your zone, everyone's a defenseman.
That's right. But what he's talking about is
And the
more,
D is not trusting the offense.
He's talking about our offense transitioning to defense.
Yeah.
And at this point, I don't see. I think that when we're on D, when we're fully on D, our transition from our defensive zone to the neutral zone to the offensive zone is more of a problem than our transition from being offense to defense, right? I do think that that's more of a problem. I think that what happens a lot is when our D is back at the blue line, they're trying to stand up at the blue line instead of keep moving back and supporting the goalie. If they keep moving back a little bit, if you don't have that third guy back yet, you need to keep moving back, and we don't. Right? And I think that's the issue that I see more than any other issue is that when we're not moving back when we're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that's what I see there. And some of it is as we're getting the puck, when we lose the puck, we pinch too deep.
Mm-hmm.
In our offensive zone, we really do pinch too deep, and that's why we don't cycle as much. When we are pinching, and that is everybody from the you have 4 guys or more from the circle up, right? Well, but you actually know you can move all the way back till you bump into the goalie, right? You can move all the way back. You can keep your stick in a lane all the way back. And you know what? And a lot of times I think they go down too soon to just block a pass. Mm-hmm. Right? And for me, I think that does. But a lot of the entries are to the left and the right. They're not down center. They're not down center. You're not blinding the goalie, but you got to be in that lane. Right? You got to be in that lane. You have to be in that lane. Right, and E, I know you played goalie, and I get that, but to me, the defense has to be in that lane, and it's not just that; it's that guy coming back, that defenseman coming, or the offenseman coming back to center, right? Coming back. A lot of times he's pinched in too deep; he's too far down, and he can't get back on a wide shot or a missed shot, and the D hasn't come around to the corners to block that shot from getting out.
Mm-hmm.
All that needs to happen is a team dinner with open dialect. You know what? I don't think that's an issue. Jason, I really don't think that's an issue.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I don't think that that's an issue. I really don't. I think there's other things in there that I don't think it's a communication. I don't think, you know what? This is the first time in probably 5 years that I haven't felt like there was an issue in the locker room.
Yeah, I don't really feel there's an issue in the locker room either. I think that this team is more cohesive than we've seen in a long time, for real.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, the way that we can switch who's on what line and it's working. I mean, they all are cohesed together. I don't know if, people are just trying to think too much into what this issue could be.
You know what, Chris? This is something that, this is one of those times where I'm going to really, really disagree with you. Sometimes the stats don't tell you what the performance is. You think it's a poor performance, and it's really not.
Man, that sounds familiar. I think I said that before.
Be quiet. Well, okay, I get the wide goalie taking a wide shot. I get that. Okay, but I think that's not what I was talking about something different when you came in. It's tough to get a point across 100 characters. I agree with you a lot of what you guys are saying. I appreciate you, Rob, and I know it does. Rob. I know the 100 character thing hurts and all this other stuff. I get that. We do what we can, but actually I think on YouTube there's not a limit.
No, I think on Facebook there's not a limit. On YouTube there's 100 character.
Chris, that's what I've been saying for a while. It's like it's on the ice. Something happens. The team has only lost 2 in a row twice. So there's no reason they can't play a cohesive group and run all the and run all teams to clean. No, I do. This team has played a lot better than people give them credit for.
Mm-hmm.
You think they were in quote unquote last place in points, like they were in 18-19, right? They've strung together some winning streaks. They've strung together some good wins. They've strung that together. They haven't strung together losses. Right? They really haven't. And that's the thing that in 1920, the year we were the number 1 team in the Western Conference, we had 2 5-game losing streaks. 2 of them. We also had 2 8-game winning streaks to go with it.
Yeah.
But we had 2. It was 1-5 and 1-4, I think. But there were 2 pretty significant losing streaks there. Right? It all bodes well for the playoff format on paper anyways. We should be a favorite depending on who we chase, on who we face, right? I think we're not a favorite against Calgary. We're not a favorite against the Avalanche.
I think we could take the Knights. We could take the Knights and we could take Minnesota.
We're the favorite against Minnesota. We're probably a favorite against. Well, we're probably even up against Nashville, and I think we're even up against the Knights. You know what? I think it's a pick 'em against the Knights. Or if we are a favorite, it's a very slight favorite, right? Especially when they have Stone and Eichel back. Right.
I mean, and it all depends on if Stone is back. Everyone's saying, "Oh, this is a move like they did in Tampa Bay," but it's a back injury. He may not be ready. It may be serious.
Look at Parayko last season.
Stone
Same thing.
Stone is a go get him kind of player. He isn't going to want to sit out the rest of the season. It has to be something serious for him to go to LTIR and be okay with it.
Yeah, I agree with you. But the only losing 2 games in a row all season bodes well for the playoff format. Like I say, St. Louis always has a winning team. It could bode well. It could, but this team really needs to find the groove, and that's what they haven't done. And I think they can find the groove if they can figure out the neutral zone. And that's the hill I'm gonna die on. Right?
I agree, Bob. I agree.
Well, guys, I think that's the end of it. Good show tonight. I don't know what to do about Facebook, guys. Really, we need to just start promoting the show on YouTube. Right? Get out there and promote the show on YouTube. Share the channel. Share the whole channel. It's a good channel. Let them know this. That's what it is. Share it out there on your, and you know what? Don't share it in the groups anymore. Share it on your page, your wall. Make your comments. Tell people on your wall, your Blues fans, your friends, what this show means to you. And I guarantee you, if you do that, we're going to see a lot more. Yep. I'm going to try and keep putting it on Facebook as much as I can, but right now, Tammy, I have to share it through a different account, and that account's blocked from putting it in groups. So when I put it, then mine blocked from even being live. So I have to be live on one, share it in another, and people just don't get the what do you call it? The alerts when I share it from the other one. They don't get the alert that I'm going live because there's somebody else that's going live when it's me. However, it doesn't matter what account I use on Facebook or on YouTube. If you follow me on YouTube and hit the little bell, right? Let me do something here real quick. I know that this is going to sound, before we go away. Let's see here. Right?
Yes, Bob, that's perfect.
What?
He said, "This show is the show where I can get under guys' skin."
That's not a hard thing to do. Let me see here. I want to go. Here we go. Oh, I just seen you put it. So you go right here. This is the channel, right? Oh, I'm not sharing it yet, am I?
Not yet.
That's the channel right there on YouTube, right? Go to the channel, and you'll have the subscribe. I don't have the subscribe, obviously, and I need to take blue notes down. But you have it, right? Mm-hmm. And put it there. And Tammy, I appreciate that. No, and Bob, I get it. Bob, I know you do. I get that. I don't have any issue with you, Bob. You know that. It's tough love. I get that. I get tough love, right? And Tammy, I appreciate you. I really, really, really do. And I'm going to try but I need to shift focus to YouTube, because on YouTube, nobody can block me. Yep. Nobody can sit there and say, you can't come on YouTube. No, keep sharing the YouTube, bud. Keep doing it. Right? But you're sharing the YouTube. You're doing something different. You're not sharing Facebook to have people watch on Facebook. If you share it on you, if you hit the notification, you subscribe, and then go to the notification and say all, yes, you will. Yes, you will. Well, you know what? It's what I got to deal with, Jason. That's all there is to it. You know, and with no disrespect, Jason, you're one of the guys that kind of did the same thing. I said something you didn't like, you blocked me and stopped. Right? Instead of trying to understand that this is debate and you can't do that, you're one of the guys that did that. Now, you came back, and I appreciate that. I really, really do. But at the same time, you have to understand, this is a debate show. Right? If I'm willing to put my opinion out there, and I'm willing to have my opinion debated and called wrong. Has to be the same. It has to be a two-way street. Honestly, has to be a two-way street. And I hope I said that in the right way.
I think you did.
Well, it's not only on YouTube, Chris, but it's an easier platform for me until Facebook gets better.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what, and really on Facebook, it's going to come down to it. I'm going to share it in 4 groups. I know I can share it in the Hawaii Blues Fan Clan. I know I can share it in Let's Go Blues. I think there's, I know I can share it in the St. Louis We Bleed Blue, and I can share it in the Our St. Louis Blues group. Right. And if you really wanted the show to help, I would go to Our St. Louis Blues. Right. And every blues person share that too. Right? Share it too. And make that group be the group that becomes the premier blues group. Right? And that's all it'll be. That's all I can say. Right? Yep. So, hey, guys, I know Ashley's got to go, and I kind of need to clear my head. Not from you guys, obviously, just from other things. But thank you so much. This is Guy the Hawaii Blues fan. You know what? That would not be a surprise. This is Guy the Hawaii Blues fan for Ashley Slapshot Jones saying aloha mahalo. We'll see you tomorrow night as the Blues take on the Maple Leafs. We'll be on at 5:30 CST. Okay, Tammy, there should be a little bell. Click on that bell, and then there'll be subscribe, and then you'll see you can tell it to get notified, and click on all. Right? Click on all. Let's see. Let me try something here real quick, just for Tammy. If you need to go, Ashley, you're okay.
Okay. Bye, guys.
No problem. So, Tammy, I'm going to try and bring up somebody's page. I don't care whose. Let me bring up a page. I'll bring up Pawn Star's page. How's that sound? Certainly don't want to bring up that idiot's page. Okay, right here where it says subscribe. Make sure you're seeing this. Yep. Okay. Oops. So where here, you click subscribe, and then see this little bell? Click on that bell and click all. You will get notified every time I go on. Right? You will get notified every single time I go on. I hope you were able to see that, Tammy. Okay, guys, have a great night. Enjoy. I love each and every one of you. Aloha, mahalo, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Aloha.